my god, look at this flower. It's such a darling thing. I was just looking at it. It's so small. It's the tiniest sweet pea I've ever seen in my life. But I was just looking at it. It looks like a little tiny peacock. Look. Can you see it? It's so cute. Do you want to know the funniest thing of all? It's come out of its packet and it's called Mammoth Blue. It must be that one. It wasn't this packet, it was the same packet as this. It's so tiny, it's a tiny mammoth. Look at it. It's such a darling thing. It's got a little pink bit behind it. I love it so much. And they were the Sweet Williams out of that bouquet that I just stuck in the snap bits that I just stuck in the ground. I don't know if they're going to root or not. I hope they do. But they've come out as white and blue together. So, do you know what? That's just cute. It's just so sweet. Just so sweet and adorable. Say my coffee outside. I'm having a bit of a... Not pretty much done today. I was just thinking about, after going on and on and on about it, of making some cushions for the garden out of a load of my old shit, but I can't decide what I want to cut up. Probably nothing, to be honest. I wanted to make a cushion to put on there, a little square one. It's so easy crocheting, isn't it? I could actually, looking at this now, I could make a cover for that dog bed, which isn't a dog bed, but you know, how to make shoes. Well, there's hundreds of ways of doing it. Do you know, I was just thinking they probably already started doing this up on Gremlin's Farm or whatever it's called. It's like you could just cut the top off old Wellington boots, straddle some holes in it, and then crochet around the top. With whatever, like a load of old strips of t-shirt. But I was just trying to, it's more thinking about how you do it with, like, as a completely recycled thing. I mean, you could just make slippers with the grippy soles, but they wouldn't be exactly protected. You know, you might tread on things. But you could use them as beach shoes if you'd use the guy ropes as like the bottom, because they'd be quite grippy if you sort of crocheted or knotted them even some way. And then you just, crocheting is easy because you just go around in circles basically, don't you? And across. But you could do it. It depends how good you are at crocheting. And then if you did the Wellington thing, you could make rubber soles out of the other bits and do like flip-flops or something as well, couldn't you? Or any style you wanted. You could just braddle holes all around it, or just make tie ones with, and then just hang them in the trees. You could have a shoe head. A shoe tree. You have shoe trees anyway, don't you? Just hang the shoes in the tree. It would be like one of those, when you go and chuck them over telephone wires, just hang shoes all over the place and say it's for fairies. I don't know. I can't think what else you'd have left over. This is what I was trying to think about, of doing it that way. I've not been for a long time. I don't know what people leave. Basically everything. I know when they were talking before about, like, at the university up the road, when the students go at the end of their year or whatever they've been in halls, and they just leave literally entire kitchens behind. It's like, well, Jesus, what is the matter with people? I just want to blow out my brains. I haven't even got a working washing machine, and people can afford to just buy things for a year and then just leave them behind to just go in the dump. But I was thinking, yesterday I started thinking about covering this. This is what I was thinking about, this dumb old chair that I don't know what, I just can't bear to throw it away. But it would be easy enough to do I sort of thought about covering it before, but to do it, I've clearly left it to the right time. I was thinking about doing it with rope recently, and then thinking why it wouldn't work. But you could just easily just crochet like a cradle, couldn't you? Out of, I'm just going to keep saying old tents, because it's fairly, if you twist it, don't you, or whatever, the fibres together, it makes it a bit like ropey, and make sort of a cradle just to sit on it, basically. But like you used to cover old deck chairs in the olden days when they were made of wood, which is why I was then thinking about the milking stool type thing with just 3 sticks and a sort of cradle thing on that, because that would be easy enough to just fold up, wouldn't it? And you just have 3 sticks and a bit of another thing that you could use for something else, like the bag. I'm just one of those people who likes... You could use it as a pot holder if you wanted. Or a hat. I don't know. You could just... you could do hundreds of things with it. But this is my rag yoga thing. This is what I was thinking about doing, a longer one. And then again, if you made it thicker, it would be like good as a roll mat, like a sleep mat, wouldn't it? And the fact if it was made of tents, although you could make them out of anything, it would be slightly sort of water resistant. Again, because fucking yoga mats are just foam, aren't they? And it's like, I hate having them to a point. I've got a couple. I mean, they're useful, aren't they? Sort of. I mean, as roll mats, because of the damp thing. That's why I think yoga mats, Glastonbury yoga mats would be better. I haven't been for ages, I don't know what you sell. But you could, because with weaving it's easy enough to write things in it as well, isn't it? We did weaving just on a frame with nails when I was in primary school, I think. And did sort of mountain pictures. But are you ready for next year? You need more tents. You're gonna go around all the other festival sites, just stealing them off people, going around with trucks. We've got loads of crew there anyway. Just bring all the old tents back. Just bring as many back as you can. Go and rob them. Go and rob all their rubbish, like a proper load of old skip monkeys. And bring it back. Bring it back this way. I did sleep I think actually maybe I didn't, in a big empty tent when I was there. Everyone does. Where was the child? No, I don't know. I'm joking. I don't think I did sleep in a big empty tent, but there was a lot around. Bunk houses. I just love sporks though. I think you could make those, couldn't you? Out of the carbon poles, surely. How can you grind those up and repurpose them, dear? How can you do it? We're not going to bother. I don't know. I can't believe that flower's come out so small and it says mammoth on it. I've got one more packet to plant, I was thinking today. It's probably a bit late to put sweet peas in, but I don't know where to put them. I'll tell you what else as well, actually, because this has come up. The Beaujolais ones came out. So I was saying I don't know what colour they were, but I remember. Hey, there's a blackbird that literally just landed on me. Look. A juvie. I think it's a juvie. Hey, there's the blackbird. The blackbird. Is that the same one? What's it looking for? I've started to feed them along that wall and they keep hopping along it now. They'll be in the kitchen again soon. Raisins. I just put a few raisins out. We had red rice for breakfast today. I cooked it last night. Red rice and quinoa with some seeds in it, and then I finished it for breakfast. It was vegan May, wasn't it? I missed vegan May. I'm in vegan June instead. Well, actually, I'm not. I'm lying completely because I'm having cheese. I've gone, that's better. Vigo. I still haven't had eggs though. Well, unless they've been any of the cakes I've eaten. Look, feeding? Who are you feeding, dear? Anyway, these ones, the Beaujolais ones, they're the first ones to come out. They were called Beaujolais. I sent my mother some as the same as well for, it must have been Mother's Day. So they're my Mother's Day flowers, which actually probably works well with sort of solstice and the Cancer, doesn't it? If the moon's the sign of the mother. But, well, anyway. It's a bow for the bow. I don't know. What else since we're going on about it? Let's look to growth. That's the side. That's the colour. I call that the colour of enlightenment, don't I? That sort of pinky magenta colour. I thought they were going to be slightly different colour to that, but I'm glad they're that colour. Calendulas coming up. I've managed to get some of that come through. I've managed to keep those covered up from those slow walking gerals. I'm not sure what they are yet. I still hope it might be Nicotiana, but I haven't got a clue. Those tomatoes are doing better than the ones that are covered up. They're playing catch-ups. The hops has managed to send new shoots out. The actual plant died, the original one, that's cost me £18 or something from the garden centre, but it's thrown new shoots out the bottom. The one I took back out of the ground because it was keeling over. It's far too late to put sweet peas in. This isn't a normal house. This is what's this place? It's lunchtime here. I'm going to put them in anyway and just hope for the best. I will show you something else. Let's find something nice. That's such a cute flower. It's so cute. Avocados, they're coming on. I don't think I'll get any fruit off them this year. I don't know what this is, but it's funny. It's a little leaf. I'm not sure it's Christmas cake, but I'm yet undecided. We'll wait and see. I don't think it is, but I'm not 100%. I'm pretty sure it's not. That calendula didn't die in the end. That's pretty good. A sprig of corn has come up, so that's good for the harvest. Those tomatoes, they're doing okay. Maybe that's why I bought that French sheep's yogurt for the French pearl. I don't know. Zeps is creasing himself. He's creasing himself up. He's rolled over in a great roly poly ball. Chocolat, le choc. Her with her French underarms and all that tassel. That talk of mollusk. I need to make a hammock. I don't need to make a hammock. But you could just... It would be so easy, wouldn't it, to do the chair thing? Like, I've got to do it. I don't know what to make it out of. I was just looking at my clothes and thinking, I don't know what to cut up. I haven't got any old tents. I bought one. The last one I bought, a good one, I lent it to someone to go somewhere, and they brought it back in a bin bag. It's like I wanted to kill them. It's like I was always taught to camp properly. I don't know what happened to it after that. I just literally lost the will to live and never, ever, ever slept in a tent again. It's like I just can't bring myself to do it. I'm not sure that's quite true actually, but I've got a hanging gripe over it. Good, he said. It's serving us well. Look, carpets, they've not gone into landfill. This is coming out as well. My honeysuckle. I was training this stuff yesterday, what's it called? Jasmine, I was looking at it, it's sort of another diamond. I was thinking I've got a green diamond going on. A green kite, like the kite mark for my green efforts. Which is pretty handy for me. Anyway. There's the blackbird again. Maybe it will nest in the roof under that tile. Before winter comes. Oh, maybe I could just put it back on and dry out the cupboard and put my crockery back in it. I don't know how to get up there. The ladder's covered in clothes. I'm using it as a wardrobe. It ain't safe. It ain't safe. No. I trimmed some off the grapevine yesterday, so some of the grapes are more exposed to the sun. I need to probably get the ladder out or something and do a bit more. Will I be making wine? No. I don't think so. I kind of thought that. What's it? It's Black Hamburg, I think. I suppose I've got those. I could maybe look into doing it. I don't really drink wine though, do I? I've got those water container things I could do in. I was looking at demi-johns ages ago, but I'll think about it later or earlier and see how it pans out. Get the scissors and just have another trim. I can't reach up the top. Parsnip wine, that's good as well, isn't it? I seem to remember. My granddad used to make parsnip wine. And raspberry wine. Parsnip was always the best. Well, that's a matter of opinion. Let's do that darling flower one more time. It's so small and cute. I can't get over it. I'll put the other ones. Look, I will put them all in there together, I think. Not all of them came up. Of the seeds. It's stunted, but it's like a little peacock. Mammoth blue. It was just a trick, and they just keep mixing up the seeds for fun. You never know what's going to pop up next. It's one of the prizes for being a gardener. They keep tucking odds and ends in. It's one of the show-stopping events. Let's just chuck a few of these in. That'll get them all down the allotments. What's this one? What's the leaf on this going to be? I'm not sure. Let's just leave it. Let's leave it and see what it turns into. I don't know what this is. Just chew a bit of the leaf. Something else is eating it. Came out. I don't know if it's come from the ginger or not. Dig it up and see. I don't know what that is either. Oh, that's the grape that's come off there. Calling for French assistance. The French lock breakers. The French clockmakers. Right. The French toy makers. The French Toastmasters. Don't say the French parrots. The French nutcrackers. Sweet. What the hell was that plant? Right, I'm going to go. This has come along as well. I don't know what it is though. It might be butternut squash or it might be courgette. I think it's a squash because it's long and trailing. Courgettes are more sort of, star-shaped, aren't they? Probably. I think this might be a courgette. No, maybe not. I'll never be able to find out. Well, I will eventually. You know why? Let's have some sage. Then I'll know. I'll know later on. Stick it in your pipe and smoke it. Take my hand and lead me to the garden of delights. Take my hand and lead me to the garden of... Can you release some parrots, babe? I think that would be really nice. Can you just release a load of macaws since we're going to have this African wind? They can just fly around everywhere. And look like kites. And they used to fly around the woods in Holt. Well, High Telling Way. There was a parrot farm down there and they used to fly through the trees. You can't, they're kicking off about it all over the place. Oh, I'd love to see macaws flying over here. They only cost a few pounds each. They could come and nest in this box. Please, they don't like to be inside. You've probably got a load already, just let them go. What would they eat? Pigeons? Hello, Colonel. What do you want? What do they want? Oh, I put some rice out earlier on. But there's not anything else. You want some more? I think I ate it all. I'll do some more later. You're looking, look. Get a catapult and put it in a pie. No. look, there's hundreds of them. One, well, that one looks a bit scraggly. Is that a squab? A squabby one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A number of change. That would be enough for a pie, wouldn't it? And probably a ring of sausages. French pigeon pie. I'm going to just keep talking for a minute or two. I feel like doing it now because we're only up to 25. I like to do a full 30. I don't think I uploaded the Donnie Darko crowd, did I? That came the other day. It looked like exactly like Frank the Rabbit. Well, I can't remember what sets I've uploaded, but I haven't. So, it's part of the fun of the show. What have we got? What have we got here? Few of apples. We've got a few raisins. I've got a few raisins. Not too many though. It's going to be like Danny Champion of the World. No, the dog, you can't have raisins. No, the dog. Hey, look, it might go in the window. That would be funny, wouldn't it? I can have a pigeon croft then. Let's put them all up there. It's funnier. It's funnier than them going on the garage. Oh, shit. Dog's having that one. I might teach them to eat some of the grapes. Stick a couple on the garage just for those garth ones. Right. There we are. I'll probably think of something else in a minute, but I desperately have to show you. Let's just have one last look around. One last look around to see if something else is shown. I'll tell you actually what was coming up over here. I wondered if it was another strawberry that just come from nowhere. In this, look. What is it? A nettle? That could be a nettle actually. Maybe that's come out of that old moss. I'll tell you why that could be. Because a bird died in there, or a mouse. I think. I covered it in the moss, so it went back to the earth. That's maybe why the nettles come. Is it a nettle? We'll wait and see. It'll be another fun thing to find out. Actually, I'll tell you what I had the other day. You'll be pleased to hear. When I had potatoes and nettles. I chopped the nettles up and put it in the boiling pan. And that's why I've kept the nettle patch going. I just took the tops off. I'd probably have that again actually if I had some potatoes. I could probably go to a shop and buy some. That borage is looking a bit peaky. That one's looking a bit bare. Look, that's nice, isn't it? I could probably have that with something. Maybe potatoes actually if I go and buy some. What's made it go that colour? Not really sure. It took the pearl. Possibly. The garlic took the pearl. I can tell it was French pearl. And that was the end of the story. The pack straw has been taken by the dog, but she clearly needs it at the moment. And that was the end of the story. Let's just 3 more minutes go down this bit. Beans coming along. Logan's one's still chuckling away. I'm going to have loads of blackberries. I am. I'll put them in a freezer bag probably. And make some wine or some cordial. I'll probably just put them in the freezer. I know what I did. I've been eating those figs and they've been giving me, oh God, I had such bad indigestion yesterday from eating figs again. I only had 3 dried ones, but in porridge, chopped up. But I put some seeds. I've put some seeds out to see if they grow. Where have I put them? In with the tomatoes. I put some down here as well, but I just keep, every time I have something, I just tuck. I just tuck them around. I think I might have chucked some behind the pond as well, just in case the mouse fancied them. Or they might grow or be carried somewhere else. But they've not come up yet. That's really it. The oak's mouldering. What's got to the oak? That was okay the other day. It's taken the pearl as well. It's taken the pearl as well. Maybe not. Let's just wait and see. Wait and see. See what brings it back again. It's been microdosed. It will fight it off. I reckon, possibly. That's why you eat from your own patch, isn't it? Partly. A bit like with local honey. I would imagine. But then sometimes you want to go the other way, don't you? Go and take the water. Go and take the water. Have a bit of a brush through.